if you're honest with yourself, you saw where you drifted last month. And last month, it's finished. It's over. But you know what? This month, it's not for reflection. No. This month is for execution. No more overthinking. No more preparing. No more waiting to feel ready. You are ready. You already have readiness. You already know enough right now. And it's time to leave the things that you have learned. It's time to put the things that you have learned to practice. In this video, we are going to address the problem of knowing without doing. Because most people don't lack information. No, they lack execution. You've watched the videos, you've had the realizations, you've written your goals down, you have read the books, but your life hasn't changed to the level that it should. Why? Because knowledge without action creates frustration. It does. It creates frustration. And I don't want you to get frustrated. I want to help you to get unstuck into that frustration and get in the gap between where you are and where you want to go. And in order for you to be able to get to where you want to go, information is not going to help you, but execution is going to help you to move forward. You know, the reason why execution fails is not because you are lazy. No, it fails because of three things. Three simple things, and things that we normally take for granted. Number one, it's overcomplication. You try to change everything at once. No routine, no mindset change, no new habits. You still have the same settings in your mind. And that's literally it, your mindset. Mindset literally means that mind settings. You need to change the settings of your mind. You need to get used to the new habits that you have developed. And within days, you're overwhelmed because of you want to change everything at once. Remember, in January, we spoke about small steps. And this is where it comes to, in order for you to eliminate overcomplication. Number two is emotional dependence. You only move when you feel like it. You only move when motivation is there. When motivation is gone, you don't do anything. You don't want to do anything. You feel lazy to do anything. And when you don't feel like it, you pause. And sometimes you stop. And that's where inconsistency is born. Remember, in order for you to run 1,000 miles, a journey of 1,000 miles is started by one step. One step. And if you are inconsistent with that one step, you're not taking a step after that one, inconsistency is born. Number three is lack of structure. I don't know how many times I've spoken to people, even to my clients and new clients that are joining us, to say, it's not like you don't want to change, but you just don't know. You just don't have a structure. You know, you really are motivated, or you rely on motivation instead of systems. And without structure, discipline fades. It fades like dust. It moves. And you know, I've developed a framework of how to execute on the things, on the information that you already have, and on the desires that you have to change. And I've built a execute framework. As you know, this channel, it's not, absolutely not for just entertainment or anything. We learn on this channel, and I would like us to go through the execute framework. Basically, this is your this is the system that you're going to use this month. E, the first one, it's letter E. E is for eliminate distractions. Ask yourself, what is currently stealing my focus? What am I not focusing on? What am I focusing on? And what is it that I'm not supposed to be focusing on? What is it that's eating up my time? Is my phone taking out my time? Is the noise that I always want to find myself in taking up my time? Is unnecessary conversations taking my time? Unnecessary conversations that are not taking me anywhere. It's just talk. It's just talk for anything. Disorganized environment. How is my environment? Is my environment inviting for learning? Is my place clean? Because you can't learn in a cluttered place. Wherever you are, and if your place is cluttered, it means that your mind is cluttered. Whatever that is within will be outside. And if your place is clean, where you are, it's not clean, it will always be reflective by your environment. And if you are in a cluttered place, there's no learning that's going to go in there. Because instead of you having to learn and having to execute, you'll be thinking about how dirty the place is and all of that. And maybe this is an invite, maybe, that you need to declutter your place. You need to declutter your house so that your mind is decluttered for you to be able to execute. You know, this is one of the exercises that I want you to do is remove one major distraction this week. You choose what distraction is it, and just remove it. Remove it. Don't stop reasoning to say, no, this is why I need this here. This is why this has to be here or whatever. No, non-negotiable. Make it a non-negotiable. Remove it. And that's eliminating distraction. X is for execute before emotions. Stop waiting to feel ready. I think this one is one of the big ones that helped to change my life. You know, I was one person that used to procrastinate a lot and say, no, once I have this, then I will start. Once I have that, I will start. Once I feel ready, then I will start. No, start where you are. Start where you are. You know, Winston Churchill has a saying that says, if you can't walk, if you can't run wherever you are, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, roll. In anything that you do, never be stuck. Keep moving. Start where you are. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start with what you have. Because if you always looking to be ready, then you're looking for perfection. And perfection will never come. Perfection you won't be able to be perfect in any times. The tools that you say you're looking for, you will meet them along the way. The people that are supposed to help you, they are waiting for you along the way. So stop trying to feel or waiting to feel ready. Move first. Move. Feelings follow action. Feelings follow action. And stop excusing your inability to move or to feel ready and align it to your feelings. No, your feelings will always lie to you. They'll always lie to you. You know what I mean? You feel like this today, you go like, oh, I'm tired. I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'll move next time. And then next time comes, your thoughts are like, oh, I should have moved yesterday. Or your feelings are like, oh, I should have moved yesterday. You now have a feeling of regret. But once you take action, Even your feelings will ask you, hey, Tabu, how come, man, we never took action a long time ago? You don't need motivation. You just need movement. And ask yourself this week, what can I do with what I have right now? Where can I start with what I have right now? E, the second E is establish simple systems. It doesn't need to be complicated. We love complicated things, but our lives changes when we have or when we implement simple stuff. You know, execution becomes easy when the system exists. Build a system. For example, have the same time that you wake up. Have that time that you wake up. If you are going to say, if you say that, Tabo, Mina, I'm a 4:30 morning person, have that time that you wake up each and every day. Set it. And no matter what happens, make sure that you wake up during that time. No cheating. That's establishing a simple system. It might not be 4:30 for yourself. Excuse me. For me, 4:30 works. It works very much because of there is a lot of things that I have to do before I start my 9 to 5. So set that time to say, okay, me as Tabu, I'm going to wake up during this time, and from this time to that time, this is what I'm doing. And then from that time and whatnot, I'm blocking everyone. No one has access to me, including my wife. Build those systems, build that habit for you, and communicate that habit to your partner. You know, have the same start of day, make it a routine. Make it a routine that, you know what, after I have done this for the day, this is how I'm going to start my day. Like for example, in my case, I start my day at 4:30 in the morning. And how does that look like? It looks like an hour's meditation, an hour's reading, an hour's walk that is combined with a jog around the estate that I live in. And that includes, whilst I'm walking and running, that includes listening to something. It's either it would be a sermon, or it would be motivation, or it would be listening to an ebook. Working on my mind. And those 3 hours, they are very precious for me because of they set the tone for my day. They let me know I get ideas during that day. I get answers that I need to solve problems for that day. Have fixed work blocks. You know that immediately you sit down and you work. You know, the other day I was not even now, not now. I think about some time ago, 2 years back, I would talk to my team leader and I would say to her, man, look, man, you can give me as much work in the morning, as much work as you want. But please, when it comes to 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, don't give me work. I'm depleted already. I've done everything, or I've given it my all with whatever that I had in the morning. And from that time, it's just the responses of the difficult things that I've already tackled. There's this book that I love so much by Brian Tracy. The title of the book is Eat the Frog First. Eat the Frog First means that deal with the difficult stuff first. Have your blocks to say, from this time, from 9 o'clock up until 2 o'clock, or even from 9 o'clock up until 11 o'clock, this is what I'm dealing with. I'm only dealing with difficult stuff and all of that. And I'm going to concentrate from that time up until 11 o'clock when I take a break. You could be working on your business, you know, and you can literally use the same strategy to say, from this time up until this time, this is what I'm going to do. And that thing also happens, works for me even after hours, after I knock off, and when I work on my business on Rebuild with Chabo, then I will say, okay, I'm going to block off from 7 o'clock up until 9 o'clock. That's the time where I can fit in one client, or I can work on content for what I want to talk about on this channel, on the YouTube channel, or I can start drafting the videos, the flow of my videos on whatever social media that I'm posting them on. I block off that time. And also, I am now learning to block off time for my family and for my wife, because for some time now, the only thing that I have been prioritizing has been business and my work. And we have to manage those type of things, because everything that you do not manage, you lose. And that is including relationships. If you don't manage your relationships, you lose them. If you don't spend time with your loved ones, you lose them. You know what I mean? So have work, fixed work blocks. Have them. Block your times to say from this time up until this time, your time is blocked. Simplify your life. Just simplify your life. I think with that, establishing simple systems, it helps you to make your life simple. And a simple life, it is the one that is enjoyable. Not a life that is complicated, that is complex, that you need to even explain it to yourself. Remind yourself, why are you doing this? And C, it's for commit to fewer goals. Trying to do everything is why nothing gets done. When you try to do everything, you don't get anything done. You know, there's a saying that says, the slower you go is the faster you go. Not the faster you go is the faster you get there. No, the slower you go, the faster you get there. And I'm going to say to you on this point, committing fewer goals, to say, pick one or two priorities. Not a lot, just one or two. And execute those daily. In the morning when you wake up, choose what is important to me today. What's important for me to execute today. And pick from there. And choose to say, I'm not going to do this. Today I'm going to do this and that. That's it. Have fewer goals in your life. And the fewer goals that you have, the more goals actually that you're going to achieve by the end of the year, when you sit down and look at your life in retrospect. And then use your time intentionally. Where's your time going? Where do you waste your time? Or where do you use your time fruitfully? Getting on the flow? Because wherever your time goes, that's where your treasure lies. Wherever your heart is, that's where your treasure lies. That's what the Bible says. And where your heart is, that's where you invest your time. So, where is your heart? Where are you investing your time at? Are you investing your time in things that are helping to build the future version of you? Or are you putting time in things that are destroying your life, that keep destroying your life? Unnecessary conversations that are not taking you anywhere. Going to people just to please them, whilst you know that, no, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be on my own and be doing this. And the exercise for this one is, track your time for one day. Track it. Write down. From whatever time that I woke up until this time, this is what I did. This is what I do in this hour. This is what I did. This is what I did. This is what I did. Track it. It is very powerful and very it gives you an insight. It gives you an audit. You know, we normally do audits on our bank statement to see where are you wasting money, to see where your money is going, where are you having those overlaps, you know, where are you going wrong at that time with your money. And I'm going to say to you, the same strategy, take it and use it for your time. Check, where is your time going? And you will see the truth. You will see that how much have you been wasting your time, or how much have you been using your time productively. See the truth. Be honest with yourself. Make that entry. Buy that diary that has hourly times on the side, or even you can use any book, any exercise book, even the spiral book. You can use it and just write the times there. Check your time and you will see. And T is for track daily wins. Execution needs visibility, and that visibility will be your track record. And once you get used to seeing your winning moments, then you get motivation to stay the course. You get excitement to stay the course because of you can't wait to see what is it that I win next. And do this every night time, right? Do it every night time. Don't do it in the morning. Do it every night time. And ask this question. What did I complete today? What did I complete today? Just one thing. Doesn't have to be a lot of things. And the second question is, did I follow through? That thing that I said, no, I'll finish it tomorrow or whatever. Did I follow that through? That thing that has been hanging since from last week, did I follow it through? That thing that's waiting for someone to give approval or for someone to give their advice or whatever, did I follow through with them? The last E is for evaluate weekly. Every week, adjust. Sometimes things, they don't go the way that we thought that they would go, and we need to adjust right there and there. Sometimes they go quicker, sometimes they take a bit longer, and you need to adjust. Not emotionally, no, but strategically. Ask yourself, what worked for me this week? What worked for me today? What didn't work for me today? Where do I need to put in more effort? Where do I need to adjust my strategy? Where did I go wrong that this thing didn't work? You know, what needs to be changed? Perhaps you got feedback from one of your mentors to say, this one, Timen, let's do it this way. Or you found out new information and you said, no, let's update it this way. Let's do this way. This actually doesn't work the way I've been working it. Or it doesn't give me results that I thought it would give me the results of. And once you implement that, that will definitely shift even your identity. Because execution is not something that you do. No. It's something that you become. Think about that. Execution, it's not something that I do. It's something that I become. You become a man who executes. You become a man or a woman that does what they said they would do. You become a person that moves even when it's uncomfortable. You are no longer reliant on comfortability. You are now in love with uncomfortability. You are a person that doesn't negotiate with discipline. Discipline is the first number one thing. I know I said first number one thing, right? Discipline is the first thing that you even identify yourself with. And that's identity, not motivation. That's identity. That's identifying yourself in saying, I am now a person that follows through. I am now a person that doesn't negotiate. I am now the person that when I see that this thing is not working for me, I am quick to leave the table. And it's okay for me to leave the table. I want us to make it simple and have a practical plan for this month. So let's just make it simple. We will split it with daily and weekly. And of course, that will ultimately filter through to monthly, right? Your daily things that you need to do. Start your day without your phone. Try to do that. Try to start your day without a phone and just see how it goes. Meaning that don't let your phone be the first thing that you touch when you wake up. If you have a wife or you have a husband, maybe touch that person. Cuddle with them for some time. Talk to them for some time. Number 2 is define 1 to 3 priorities that you have to tackle for that day. And then execute one of the key tasks before 10 a.m. Because once you have a win before 10 a.m., that sets up your day. Then you know that that day it's a winning day and nothing is going to stop you from winning on that day. And then weekly, review your actions. Look at the actions that you took last week. Look at where you failed, where you fumbled, or where you fell. Adjust your structure. Your structure doesn't have to be a permanent structure. Adjust it. Tweak it wherever you need to tweak it. Adjust it to accommodate the changes that will be waiting for you. You know, information, we get information and we get new ideas each and every day. Don't say, no, I've already done this and this because of I've done it this way. That means that no, now I can't even change it. No. Adjust it. Adjust it to suit the adjustment that needs to be done. Remove one distraction. If a certain thing has been a distraction in your life, remove it. If you can delegate it, because sometimes we love distractions, right? Things that we can delegate to other people. Delegate it. You know that this thing, it doesn't benefit me. You know, one of the distractions that used to keep me that I used to run to for the longest time was washing my own car. Until I saw that, no, this thing is a distraction for me. I am wasting 2 hours of which I could pay someone to wash that car for 2 hours, and I could be putting in some work. I could be taking 2 clients in that 2 hours. And that, whatever that I'm going to make in that 2 hours, whether I'm working for the business or I'm seeing a client for free or I'm seeing a paying client for 2 hours, it is time well invested. It is time where I'm learning, where I'm helping someone, where I am becoming a man of my value, right? Giving that hour the value that it requires. But washing the car, for me, it is not bringing in that value that I'm supposed to be giving. I don't know if you understand me. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with washing the car, but I chose to say, no, these other distractions, I am not going to entertain them. I am going to outsource them to the people that are the best in them. That's why I take the car to the best people that are able to wash the car the way they wash it. and I remain at home and do the best that I can for that 2 hours. Remove distractions. That's my distraction. Your distraction could be something else, but think about those type of distractions. And you know what? You must also have rules, right? And one of the rules that you must have is have a no zero day. No zero day meaning that have a day that you say, don't have a day where you know that you didn't show up. Show up no matter how small it is. Show up. Don't have a day where you say, oh, all those things that we just listed now, daily and weekly, they are not met. No. Try to meet all of those days, even if it is not sequential. If there's such a word, even though those things are not in sequence, right? But make sure that you don't have a zero day. Even if it's small, move forward. Remember the quote by Winston Churchill: if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. If you can't crawl, roll. I think it was by Winston Churchill. I could be wrong. Or Martin Luther King. Whichever one. Please correct me on the comments. Thank you so much. So this month is not about becoming something new. No. It is about becoming consistent. You already know what you need to do. And the question is, will you do it? So, less talking this month, more execution. You don't need more information. You don't. You need more execution. And this month is not for thinking. It's not for planning. It's for doing. For the first quarter of the month, we were busy becoming. You know, there's this thing, and I love it so much, where you have to, in order for you to change your life, the first step is to be. That's what we covered in the last 3 months, from January to March. That's being. And now, the second quarter of the year, we are doing. Be, do, and have. Become, do, and then you'll have. So at the moment, this month, we are moving, we are shifting the gears up, and we are doing. And this month is for doing. You already know what to do. And now it's time to live it. You've learned as much as you can learn. And this time, it is to put everything in practice. And man, look, if you're serious about rebuilding your life with discipline and structure, subscribe to Rebuild with Thabo. It's free to subscribe. You know, we get a lot of people that are saying, no, how much do I need to pay to subscribe? No, this channel is free of charge. It's free of charge. Help us to reach our goal, and so that we are able to employ more people. You know, we do have a team that helps us in the rebuild, and we need to employ more people so that we can bring you quality, so that we can bring you educational information and educational topics that are high quality and that are able to reach more people. So subscribe to this channel so that you can help us in eradicating unemployment. Be a partner with us by clicking subscribe. Thank you for your subscription. And also remember, we do have a free guide that you can download. You can get it for free. www.rebuildwiththabo.com. It's a 6 simple steps that will help you to recover from a divorce, and you will be able to recover from divorce with clarity. And even if you are not divorced, you could be going through a heartbreak, you could be going through loss, you could have lost somebody, you could have lost your child, a loved one, a job, anything. This will help you. It is designed to help you in any situation. Go there, download it. Thank you so much. I hope that this episode helped you in some way and you could see yourself and you can see how you can start moving on and implementing the information that you have. Remember, you can do it. You have the information already. It is time for you to move forward and do and execute. We have discussed the framework. Watch this video again. Watch this episode again and again and again. And it will help you. You know, one of the beautiful things that my mentor has taught me is that even if you've read the book and finished it, read it, maybe go back to it once a year. Because the following year that you read that book, you are no longer the same person as you were that last time. And that has helped me too much. Repetition is power. Yes, we like saying, no, we don't like repetitions, we don't like duplicates and all of that and all of, but I'm going to tell you, repetition is power, especially when you're trying to change your life. Repetition is power. Repeat this episode. Share it with someone that you know that they need it. Help them. Help them help themselves. Anyway, I love you and thank you so much for being here.